Hi, Leo. Good afternoon, you guys. Thank you for coming in. Leo, I'm here to do a love check-in reading. As I record this, the moon is in your sign, and very shortly on April the 18th, Mars, the planet of fiery, passionate energy, is going to move out of Cancer and into your sign. And then shortly after that, we have the return of Aries energy in the form of Mercury and Venus going direct. That actually happens very soon. So the energy is starting to move in the element that you prefer. I thought it might be an interesting time to check in on what's happening in your love life. For this reading, Leo, I am going to introduce extended readings. In the extended reading, if the reading calls for one. If it doesn't, I'm not just going to go and tell more of the same story. If there's stuff left to say, if it unfolds, then we'll move it over to the extended, which I'll post in the description box below. And one more note, Leo, I am now accepting bookings for private readings. Well, actually, bookings open up on April the 11th, which is Friday. If you're interested in a private reading, go over there and check it out. I would look forward to meeting you all. Today, Leo, I'm going to be taking a look at the person coming in toward you. Could be a person that you have on your mind. Do keep in mind that the energy can always be vice versa, especially if you're here to cross watch. Okay, let's get into it. The extended reading will allow me to go a lot deeper into the chemistry between the two of you, the astrological interplay, and your own feelings about this person, Leo. Again, if it calls for it. With the romance angels, let's see what's going on. Who's coming in towards my Leos? Leo, my hands are getting all tingly. Seriously. Very interesting. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This couple always reminds me of people trying to escape their normal roles in life or any kind of formal roles that they play. Could even be their usual surroundings. They're headed off into the woods together and they're dressed in formal wear. It even almost looks like they're coming from a wedding. That's interesting. Okay. What else? Who's coming in towards Leo? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Interesting. Spending time alone with this person. I feel like somebody wants to come and take you away or invite you somewhere. Yeah, on the bottom we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then chemistry. Okay, so it's somebody new and they want time alone with you, and maybe that's the whole trust factor as well. We'll see where this goes. Let's go to let's see where it goes. Let's go to the Amore Psyche. We'll take a look at some of the physical or sexual components in this connection. Okay, who's coming in for Leo? The game of love. Interesting. The game of love is just flirting. It's flirting, right? It's when you're getting to know each other. And maybe that's the surface level of what's been going on here. But this retreat and spending some time alone together implies taking it to a deeper level. Physical attraction is on the bottom of the deck. This is number 16 in this deck. There is no tie into tarot, but it always brings to mind the Tower. Whoa, who's that? Maybe you bowl them over. Wouldn't be unusual for a Leo. What else do we have? Okay, sweet surrender. Again, this implies a holding back, right? Keeping things at a certain level. And I called out the Tower, which to me as a reader can be a feeling of surrender, because it's where anything that's not true comes crumbling down. And the game of love just isn't true. So there's something deeper below the surface here. All right, mic check. Yes. Well, no, I'm going to leave astrology for the extended. We'll see what signs come out, because that could become very important. Let's just get into the reading. Let's do the pulp. What do they have on their mind when it comes to you, Leo? What are they thinking about? This could be how they see you. Okay, well, there's the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's new, right? The Knight of Cups is my Romeo. Very sweet, very flirty. They could have an offer for you or a confession. It's not necessarily a game kind of energy. but it's romantic, right? And it could be an offer with this retreat. Okay. How do they feel? What's in their heart for Leo? The Four of Swords. Interesting. Trust. Okay. Maybe this is an act of faith for this person. Because with the Four of Swords in their heart, they could be recovered from a series of heartbreaks. They may have spent a lot of time alone. Well, we do have retreat, so it could apply that way. And then sweet surrender. But anyway, this is the full integration and understanding of what their past heartbreak was all about. That's interesting. Okay. Four of Swords in the heart. That's unusual. It is a card about surrender. What actions do they want to take towards Leo? What actions will they take? And maybe they want their heart to be at ease as well. Okay. The Ace of Wands, fire energy. Whoa, my heart, and no wonder my hands were getting all tingly. The Ace of Wands is pure passion. It's inspiration. It is a new beginning, but it's also very sexual energy. That's Mars energy. That's Aries, cardinal fire. Okay. Let me see the energy surrounding them. This is where you could appear sometimes. Could be a furthering of their actions. Well, Leo, this is your energy with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is very fun. It's very playful. This could be about going away somewhere together. I always think of a vacation with this Six of Wands, but this can also be about winning something. Okay. Let me see the challenge. Oh, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, very interesting. The Six of Swords is about moving away from a place of internal conflict. It could be external as well. Maybe they're surrounded by a lot of conflict in some way. But swords are our thoughts, it's in our mind. And they could be kind of feeling self-defeated in some way. But I find it interesting because we do have the Four of Swords, and then here's the Six of Swords, which is moving forward. So the Five of Swords is missing. Anyway, sweet surrender. Again, in a sense, the game of love can be the Five of Swords, especially if you're dealing with somebody who has heavy air in their chart. Like, Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius astrologically, and it is very much about the mental stuff. Six of Swords is moving away from that. How interesting. Okay, potential outcome. And also, like, sweet surrender. Let's move on. I'm done with that game, that resistance. Well, we do have Aquarius on the bottom of the deck with the star. Aquarius is major, your opposite sign. And I called out the tower, right, with that 16. Well, the star comes right after the tower. It is the truth. It is also the guiding force. It's the vision. And it's healing. Four of Swords in the heart. Anyway, we have the Nine of Cups here with the Ace of Wands. This it's a very sexual energy. They want to party with you. And I don't get that in a negative sense necessarily, at least not yet. Let's see where that goes. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, though, especially when I see the star with it. What are we going to clarify with? What should we do, Leo? Yeah, we do need the lights here. Okay. Knight of Cups on their mind. What are they going to say? Death and rebirth. Something's changed. I mean, this is transformation. We do have Four of Swords in the heart as well, which again is a time of transformation and recovery. This is Scorpio energy. Okay, trust. Can I see death and rebirth for Leo? It's the Knight of Cups again on both sides of this death and rebirth here. It's very interesting. And then the Seven of Wands. Six of Wands over here. I wonder, maybe they're like, you haven't been speaking with each other. Maybe you put them on some kind of block. And here they come wanting to transform the situation. The Knight of Cups, again, is a sweet talker. They could want to apologize. Maybe the game of love went a little sideways. Sometimes it does. One more, Seven of Wands. We have the Hierophant. This is Taurus's major arcana. The Hierophant is about commitment. It can be about formal. I got the formal with this retreat and trust. And then we have the Hierophant here. Is this person married? They could be. Let's keep going. Can I see the Four of Swords in their heart? I mean, the Hierophant can be about what you truly believe in as well. I don't know. We have the Devil, Capricorn's major arcana, and to me, the sexiest devil in all of tarot. Well, isn't this going to be a fun one for our first extended Leo? We're going to definitely need to go a lot deeper into this. Capricorn's major arcana, that look how he's got his hand reaching out to you. But the devil can represent repeating cycles too. And we have some kind of recovery. Possibly this person could be overcoming. I haven't gotten that yet, no. I'm going to say an addiction, but I don't have that yet. But anyway, the devil with the Four of Swords in the heart. Ooh. Can I see the devil? Trust. This is no wonder this calls for you to have trust. Interesting. We have Aquarius with the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords in the heart is not an act of trust. This is my only the facts will do here, only what I can see and know and quantify. And none of that applies when it comes to the heart. The devil can be coming in as temptation with the Ace of Wands. The King of Swords could be trying to override that energy, possibly. Let's keep going. Ace of Wands in the actions. The Hierophant. The Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. What is happening here? Here, let me see the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that could be you, absolutely, Leo. But we do have the Hierophant here. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant go hand in hand to me. Can I see the Queen of Pentacles? Ace of Swords. And then I see the High Priestess. What a major arcana. What is even happening? The Devil, the Four of Swords, and the High Priestess. Some kind of psychic connection here. Trust. Anyways, the High Priestess speaks the language of the unknown. It's that intuitive calling. But it's also about silence. Now, coming toward you, Queen of Pentacles, I see the Ace of Swords. And then Cups. Ace of Wands. One more on the High Priestess. Following their intuition, maybe. We have the Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. Then we have this death and rebirth. Leo, this could be somebody from your past. It certainly could. But it could also be Six of Cups. I mean, maybe there's children. Maybe it's the Hierophant. It could be family. Let me see the Six of Wands in the surrounding energy. Oh, this is really deep. We have the Fool. That's crazy. Aries major arcana. And the Fool is a leap of faith, a brand new beginning, sweet surrender, and trust. The Page of Swords, air energy. The page, I mean, I feel like they're watching you. Let me see the Page of Swords. And that's King of Swords energy, right? It's like standing back and observing to some degree. Whoa, no wonder I feel it so deeply. We have the Lovers, Gemini's major arcana. The Lovers is a very, very deep soul connection. And it's like whenever we encounter that on our path, you can't turn away from that kind of thing. Ace of Wands always accompanies the Fool in my readings because that's the kind of impetus it takes to jump free of King of Swords in the heart space, if you know what I mean. It's inspiration, it's passion. And that's what gets the Fool to take the leap, right? But anyway, the Lovers always comes along with that for me too, because that's what causes that Ace of Wands. It's like a heart chakra opening. It's like an illumination of who you forgot you were. But also because of that, it can generally send us to a crossroads. And that's kind of interesting too. I feel like there's something secret going on. Game of love. Okay. Can I see the Lovers? Ten of Wands. I'm not surprised. The Ten of Wands is the end of a long and difficult path, but it's also a burden. But this is kind of interesting to me. This depiction of the Ten of Wands implies moving. Like she's got all of her belongings and he's like coming down the path there towards this lover's situation. I mean, they could be seeing you as this Queen of Pentacles. Leo, often you do come through as the Queen of Pentacles. Very nurturing, very capable, very earthy, but also like very warm, right? Leo energy. Let me see the Six of Swords in the challenge. It's the Knight of Cups. And that's also what's on their mind. The situation calls for you to have faith. Okay, you know, the Hierophant can be an energy about faith as well, trust. And maybe that is their problem. They don't have like a higher faith in anything. Oftentimes the King of Swords does not. If that's the pure energy coming, especially with the Devil, it can be about them changing the way they view things, their belief systems. Death and rebirth to the Knight of Cups. Some of you. Let me see the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords, because the challenge is the approach. Maybe the challenge for them is what to say to move this forward. Yeah, I got the Ace of Swords, what to say. And then we have the Fool, Aries major. Maybe they don't want to look like a fool. Believe. It calls for you to have faith. Nine of Cups. In the potential outcome. Oh, what? Leo, it's the Nine of Cups. I love this version. She's standing on the edge of that cliff and straight from her heart, her wishes are pouring out into the universe, adding to the ocean. Interesting. She's casting them out there. I mean, that is wish fulfillment. Sweet surrender. Let's have one more. Nine of Cups. Wow. It's the Empress. Divine Feminine. This is Venus energy. Venus goes direct very soon. I can't remember the date right now. The Empress is also wife, Hierophant. And then we have the Six of Cups too. Maybe they're thinking about wifing you up. I mean, they see you in this energy. With the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups, that can be about, pregnancy for those of you that are in that situation. But they certainly see you that way. Nine of Cups. But see, now for others of you, this could be a marriage to somebody else. Ooh, what? Look who it is. It's Mars. It's the Emperor, divine masculine, Aries energy, but also Taurus and Capricorn for me as a reader. The Emperor, the Empress, each having the Nine of Cups. Then I see the Seven of Swords, and that belongs to that King of Swords, air energy. The Seven of Swords is very strategic. Look at him operating under the full moon there. Game of love. What do they have on their mind with this devil? We're going to have to take that to the extended. What do they have on their mind with this devil? Leo, you know what I'm going to do in the extended? I'm going to leave these cards here. I only have like 80 different decks we can use. I am certainly going to isolate a few of these energies and go a lot deeper on the devil and the Four of Swords. I'm going to go deeper into the Nine of Cups because the Empress has it and the Emperor has it. Yeah. Oh, interesting. The Six of Swords is under the Seven of Swords. A strategy to move forward in some way. And this reading is intriguing. I'm always happy I pick Leo to do these experimental readings on. Okay, let's go to the blue deck, Leo. I'm going to draw a couple from here. Wow. Well, we need to go deeper into this Six of Cups too, for sure. What are they fantasizing about? Because I feel like they are. What else for Leo? Goddess of the Moon. Empress energy. For Leo. Trust and retreat. Oh yeah, let's find out what that's about. The Magician and the Mirror. The Lovers. And the High Priestess. I mean, you two are very connected. Leo, you have the Devil and the Lovers out here. The Devil is number 15 in the tarot. When you reduce it, 1 and 5, you get 6. That's the Lovers card. That is in the spirit, in the flesh. The indelible connections. And we do have the Emperor and the Empress with the Nine of Cups each. Man holding a coin and door to personal healing and happiness. That's interesting with the double Nine of Cups over here. And the Devil healing with the Four of Swords. Okay. Okay, let's get a few from the Lovers Oracle. These can come out as advice, so take it only as it resonates. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. The game of love based on friendship. And also we do have this Knight of Cups. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Nine of Cups from both of you. A message for you. Oh my gosh, Leo. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. The High Priestess. Your love fills me with light. That's Leo energy. I love you. Okay, Leo. If you want to come across to the extended and see what goes on over there, I'd love to have you over there with me. Otherwise, my friends, it's always a pleasure. Interesting reading. I'll put the link in the description box below. I love you guys, Leo. Happy Aries season. Namaste.